Do you want your edits to go from this to this?
To the Porsche, got cars in New York, got stars in the woods. My style is Dior, got wild freaky horse. Keep cold in the.
Well, here are 3 steps that I know work because I use these steps and I saw major improvement. The first thing that you guys must be doing in your edits is using graphs. Like, look at the difference that graphs will make in transitions and really just everything. So this is the edit I have right now, and look at it. So you see that transition, how it flows like really well? That is because of the graphs. Like, let's just watch this one more time. Like, I know it's simple, but the reason it flows well is just because of those graphs. So I'm just going to show you guys how to do those. The graph I use for my transitions is I use the warp transition. And so what this graph right here does is it makes it like, so say I move it to the right bottom corner, and right here, it basically does it at the last second. I call this a last second graph. And then then the next graph that I used on this transition was what I call the first second graph. There's definitely the names that are less cringe for it, but that's what I call them. Don't judge me. So basically what this does, it does the opposite of the last one graph, and it makes it come in quickly instead of coming late like this does. And then there's all other types of graphs like this right here would just make it a little less quick as well, like that, just all types of different stuff. But those are the 2 main ones that I like to use. One of the things I found I was doing wrong a while ago was I was using bad transitions, or not even a transition. What I do now, though, is I use flow transitions. Basically, these are quick and easy transitions that flow really, really well. So basically how they work is, well, I use a warp transition, and how that works is you put a keyframe at the very end. So you go into Move and Transform, put a keyframe for the very end on the first option. Then for the second option down here, the rotation option. Then for the third option, which is the size and position, put a keyframe, and then you're going to go around 20 to 15 frames back, like around here. And you're going to put the same keyframes down, rotation, position, and size. And then you're going to go off of that and add 2 effects called tiles with mirror on and motion blur with around 2 with 1 on. And it can be up a little bit, like to 2. It just depends with the transition. I have these other effects because that's for the impact shake over here. So just don't worry about the other ones. Basically, on this last frame, a keyframe, I will put it down to a corner. I choose a corner and I put it there. I usually do the right corner, bottom right corner. So I'll drag it down a little bit. Then I'll put my rotation to -10 or -8. That looks best, I think. And then I'm going to put the width and height for the size and position keyframe down a little bit. And now the next thing you have to do is using the step from the thing from the last step and use transition graphs. So what I do is I use the last second graph for each one of them. So last second graph for size and position, or for the movement, rotation, and the size. Then it'll go really quickly and it'll look really nice. Then you're gonna add a new clip in to say this, and you're going to put a keyframe right here at the very start this time for each of the 3 options. Then go around 20 to 15 frames in again. You're gonna put the same keyframes there. Then you're gonna add tiles with mirror on. That is important. And then motion blur. This can be 2 if you want it, but I'm gonna keep it at 1.3. Then for this right here, you're gonna put it up to the top left corner. So say I did the bottom, I did the bottom right, so it's gonna go to the top left. But if I did the bottom left, it would be the bottom right. So it's like the inverse, okay? And then you're gonna rotate it up this time. So it's gonna be +10 this time, not -10. And then it's gonna be small again. And then you're gonna move a little bit that way. And then you're gonna do the opposite. You're gonna do the first second graph. It's like that graph. This graph right here. And then you're gonna just do it for each of the options. Then you should have a nice transition that'll look like this. It was really laggy there, just because of PC lag. So just ignore that. It'll look really nice. Alright guys, so the next step is really simple. It's literally just use light motion. Like, don't use CapCut. You can use it for maybe a couple things like velocity maybe, which I still won't even do. I did no video velocity. But like, light motion's effects are simply just better than any other apps. Like, CapCut, sure, if you enjoy editing on it, stay to it. But if you're serious about becoming the best mobile editor, then I would definitely 100% switch to light motion. It is easily the best app. Like, for example, Jagger, Yove, Gobi, Nyokai, they're some of the best editors. And what do they edit on? A light motion. So, definitely switch.